I like using this. Flipping the scoreboard around. That's great. Oh, look at that. Freaking tastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is back in Studio 44.
Oh, there's the SC Express.
That's cool.
Coming out of the tunnel. Look at that. He even made a nice
Look
little
at this
tunnel.
area out here.
Could that be a thumbnail?
I mean, could that be a thumbnail?
Walls up in between. Nice. Howdy folks, Phil Sherman here once again from Studio 44, welcoming you to another Stadium Extravaganza video. I'm sure it's going to be another banger because I have the best, and I mean the very best, stadium creators in the Stadiumverse associated with MLB The Show, sending me stadiums on the daily to share with you here on YouTube. Now, we have, of course, new friends, old friends, legends, GOATs, channel members, and Hall of Famers represented in this video to show you stadiums. So let's not waste any more time and let's check them out. We're off and running, folks. We are starting things off in Des Moines, Iowa, where we have Diamond Joe Casino. Your altitude is 955 feet. 2026 is the year it was created, and it comes to us from good friend of the channel, Rico1379. He says in the notes, needed a stadium for GGBL in Iowa. In his research, came across a real casino with a farm theme. I sort of ran with that. Check out the band in Singers. Also, there's a hidden bay somewhere. Lots of memory left over. Sewell suggested more parking if I want the 10 out of 10. All right, well, here we go. Diamond Joe Casino. There we go. I feel like you don't see this building used very much going right up into the stadium. That's the convention center, right? Yep. Pull around. It's elevated to meet the needs of the stadium. Big scoreboard up on top. Pretty standard around and behind, although he does have the concessions under here. Old school buildings, maybe for some light. Oh, I like this look a lot. The big scoreboard and the bigger walls back on the backstop. Fun, Rico. Nice way to start off the video here. As the elevator's taking you up to behind home plate there. Left field, there's that higher plaza level seating. Scoreboard underneath. Cool. There's some stuff going on back here. Here's Goldie's Arcade. You got some corn back here for the farm theme, and there's a barn. Nice. Okay, now here's Singers. There's the band. Not Slipknot. Two guys singing. Oh, look at the drum set. Fantastic. Rico. Outstanding, dude. And then there's guys over here. Now, are they on instruments or are they recording the stuff going down? Either way, it's very fun. Excellent way to start the video. Big parking lot. Will that make the 10 out of 10, or do you need even more than that? I don't know. He submitted this stadium to me a while ago, guys. He sent me a bunch at once. And I think back then a certain joke was in play a little bit more. Flip that light switch on. Everything looks cool lit up. We'll zoom in. Right in on the Ferris wheel when we come out. Fun. Goldie's Arcade, Singers, the Diamond Joe Casino right there. Everything looks great. Oh, now. Oh, one window. One lonely door, I should say. Oh, there's a dinosaur back here. And a baby. Oh, shit. The baby's on a dinosaur. I mean, he looks like a friendly dinosaur, right? Look at him. He looks like a Zelda. Kind of friendly. There's Studio 44 right there. Tier. Thanks, Rico, for the love. Oh, I like how we threw the entrance in there, too. Nice work. GGBL represented as well. Cool plaza area. More lights that I didn't notice before. Cool. Trees. Also. Is this the one I saw? It must have been a different one. Don't mind that. You'll hear me talk about it later. Don't mind me right now. Shh, 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 shh. Oh, cool. They got the scoreboard on the back of the batter's eye so people can see what's going on from these tables here in the Singers Club all that good stuff. Very fun, creative, clever, unique, interesting, funny ideas here, Rico. We can always expect a fun stadium from you, sir. Yeah, you got a lot of memory left. Holy crap. It looks like a complete stadium, though. Nice job. Our next stadium is located in Anywhere, USA, and I believe it's our third stadium from this gentleman. It's called Optima Yards. It has an altitude of 4,468 feet, and it was built in 2026 by Meat Missile or Pelican 17. He says it's set at a lofty 4,468 feet elevation. This tidy ballpark is a hitter's paradise. Get ready to launch balls into both left and right field decks with ease. The kids' fun zone tucked away in the left field corner just below the left field party deck invites families and friends alike. Patio pool area in left center field gap is inviting for home runs to be caught by fans with ease. Right field corner has the Legend Circle and restaurant just outside the Optima Hotel. Here we go, digging in right field. Oh, I love that. The big, huge scoreboard right near the home run fence and the plaza level. Oh, no, that's upper deck, huh? Upper deck and the plaza level next to it. That's cool to hit it here. Corner. Folks are trying to catch a ball up against the wall over here, or statues are anyway. That's cool that they even have the base of the statue set up so you could do that. Pretty funky over here in this corner. I like it. Nice look. The restaurant taking you right up to that Hall of Fame circle. He added some statues in there and a flag in the middle. Nice touch. Glove on top. There's the Optima Hotel. Being played by the Western Metal Supply Company building. Pretty standard. Around and behind. Another big scoreboard in the corner. More fun stuff in the corner. Nice. Again, very alive, very congested. My kind of ballpark. There's the pool. Folks are in there chilling out. Fancy fencing. There's some burgers you can get. And the steakhouse. Oh, look at that city, too. Very nice. Now, you're probably going to be launching balls all the way up here, huh? With that elevation. I haven't played very much of this version of the game yet. We're what, 6 months in? 7? Maybe even less. We're like 5. Yeah, I'm recording this on August 1st, which means September is usually the midway point, right? But we'll flip that light switch on. Some buildings lit up close by, look great. So you're going to see some majestic home runs when you hit them here. So we'll get in here, we'll pull back a little bit, and we'll pull up a stamp for us. How can we pull it up? I think I should be able to. Might take some finagling, but we'll get it. I'll have to get rid of the stamp sound. So thank you, Meat Missile or Pelican 17. Appreciate the stadium. Keep sending me more. Let's stay in Anywhere, USA, where we have Bluff Basin Park. The stadium also has a higher altitude at 3,750 feet. It was built 2026 by Legend Goat, whatever term you want to use for him. Jace Chiff or Jace155. Doesn't usually send notes, and that is the case for this one, so let's dive in. Right field, look at the levels, look at the layers. Come on, with the short porch. That standing room only air... Look at the blending of the bricks. Come on, dude. That is fantastic. Using the old... Ugh. Standing room only seating or whatever you call it. Standing room areas. The steps that take you up here, around, and behind. Very fun. 3 decks. Laid out wonderfully. Oh, and then look at the water in here. All the splash shots you're going to hit. Then the drawbridge back. This guy. And then the stairs up and down. That's beautiful. What do you got? Oh, okay. The street lights. Do they light up? I guess we can find out, huh? Yeah, a little bit. They don't make like a beam of light or anything, but you might notice them when you're hitting. Jace Chiff, he has some of my favorite stadiums that I like to play in. And this is going to be considered for a Phil's favorite in 2026. It has a stamp. I'll put the asterisks in when I'm done. Beautiful, beautiful build. Like, I should be surprised from Jace Chiff. The detail around the facing off of that wall on the plaza level section there. Or, do you even call it plaza level? This right here, this wall. Yeah, I would guess so. So cool. And then left field, beyond the water, you got the hills and the greenery, the trees, bushes. Great little city. Goat. One of the goats. It's impossible to pick a goat. There's too many of you. Too many. And very early on, we have a thumbnail candidate. Look at that. Especially all that dead space to the right and left. I can put some text. Thanks, Jace, for another amazing creation. Heading up north of the border for this next stadium, it comes to us from Dimebag 92. This is Olympic Stadium, Montreal, in Montreal, Quebec. Altitude is 764 feet, and it was built in 1976. He says in the notes, my take on the Olympic Stadium for the loved Montreal Expos. Original creator Dan Music 32. With the box seating and behind home plate, I added the roof and updated the outfield. Wish we had some Canada flags to add. Hint, hint, SDS. Yeah, we've been talking about it, especially with the WBC in here. How do we not, get all the flags? Updated the tower over the stadium and outside. Had to add the Olympic rings. Really like the lights at night. Looks almost like the original. Okay, let's take a peek. Right field, I guess I don't remember it being this open. Of course, there wasn't a lot of interleague play when the Expos were around in the stadium, and so I never saw many games played here, but I mean, I guess this looks a little bit different than some of the cookie cutters, and you did a great job of making it look realistic, and you said someone else did behind, huh? See, and that's how you do it, fellas. Dan Music 32, give credit to the original creator when you borrow from someone else. There's a Molson sign up there, nice. Yeah, very well done. It does look realistic. There's the tower thing that he's talking about. Yeah, I remember seeing that recently because I was looking up the partially open stadiums that someone showed, and I did a comparison. Looks great on the outside, too. Very cool. There's the soccer field and the gymnasium. Oh, no, wait. What did they call this? Hourglass Center. Okay. I like to call it the peanut. I think it looks like a peanut. Yeah. Sorry, I can't get excited about these cookie cutters. I've never made a secret. I don't love them. Nothing but respect for you guys who can come in here and make it look so close to the original, and I'm sure there's people who know the stadium a lot better than me who will concur that this is in fact very much like I do remember the yellow seats, but I just remember it being another cookie cutter stadium that was really, really dull, and I think a big part of the cookie cutters were just the artificial turf with the grass patches. Once Toronto and I guess it was more Tampa Bay, right, who introduced the grass infield dirt to the turf. I think that helps immensely with the artificial turf, making them look a little bit better. But, yeah, I still just, everyone, I miss Three River Stadium, and I miss Veteran Stadium and all those. They were so cool. And I'm sure, there's nostalgia involved with them, and I'm sure, being there is a lot different than seeing them on TV, because I know, like, looking at Frontier Field, it looks like a pile of crap if you're, watching a game there. I guess it's ESL Stadium now in Rochester, the AAA. But once you're there, it feels a lot better. And I'm sure Sewell can attest to the fact that Rogers Center looks so much better when you're actually there as opposed to when it's on TV. So that could be the case for some of these cookie cutters. But yeah, look at this view. I mean, this looks outstanding as far as realistic and close to the actual stadium itself. So yeah, sorry, like I said, I just can't get excited for these stadiums because I'm not a fan of them. But I'll show every stadium, and I will never knock a stadium because, I mean, there's nothing to knock here. Like I said, it's outstanding. So nice job, Dimebag 92. And please don't let this discourage anybody from showing stadium. I've shown plenty of stadiums for Murph and Arch with some of those cookie cutters. So please don't let this discourage you. I'm just explaining why I can't get excited about a cookie cutter. So, all right, I've babbled enough. Moving on. Time to check in with new channel member, Packers Dynasty 1. He has Circle City Park for us to check out. It's in Indianapolis, Indiana. Altitude of 719 feet. Built in 2026. I don't have notes. I thought he sent me notes, but I know why I've been losing notes a lot lately, and it's something I have to work on. But we're going to start things off in right field. Holy crap, look at all this stuff out here. We got church towers and clocks and... Now what? Okay, all right. He blended a couple together. Fun. Now, holy crap. The teeniest, tiniest little detail sticks out to cover things up. That's cool. The churches and clock towers and lights and clocks and fences and... Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, fun little areas in here. Big, long sets of stairs. Seats coming out of windows and bleachers and trees and, yeah, fun, chaotic, congestion, making it look alive. There's the Brew-hoo-hoo. Is that like, did Michael Jackson come up with that? Brew-hoo-hoo. I guess that'd be my hee-hee. So I came up with a thing. I've been saying for a while, I'm going to release my comedy set. I'm going to do my comedy set. Get it on YouTube so you guys can see it. I think I'm going to make you guys earn it. Like, if I get a certain amount of channel members or, like, super chats or whatever those things are, or a certain amount of subscribers. But look at this. He's got a circle all the way around the ballpark. That's cool. All the buildings and stuff. Very unique. With all these layers, you're going to be hitting all these fun things when you hit home runs. All these different things to look at and notice as you're playing. Lots of fun. And here they are, fellas. It feels like we're a couple of stadiums in. But what do we have here in the pool? Canoes! We have canoes. Very fun stuff. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think that's unreasonable? Do you think I should just post the comedy set? I don't know. We'll have to decide. Maybe you guys can help me decide. I just thought of it because I was doing Michael Jackson. I do Michael Jackson in my set. Very little bit. You'd think I'd do more. But it was, you always have to give your music to someone and find them to play it for you and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I guess I always ended up doing it when I did longer sets. If I was opening, I never did Michael. If I was the host. But if I was the middle guy or the closing guy, I definitely had to do it. I had to stretch up as much time as possible. I rarely closed. My last comedy gig, my last big paying comedy gig was a college where I was the only performer and I had to do like 45 minutes. So I did all kinds of music and messed around with the crowd, which I normally don't do that much. It was actually a good show for a very depressing day. It was the day after I was let go from radio, and I sobbed like a little girl the whole way home because I didn't have to get up for work the next day, and I loved that radio job. But I think I've told that story before, but I'm sorry. Packers Dynasty, fantastic work. Very unique build. Very Doug Masterson meets RC4, I don't remember his numbers. I apologize, Ryan. Meets Scotty meets a bunch of guys. I like it. Packers Dynasty 1. Thank you, sir. Got a couple of stadiums in Anywhere, USA. How about Somewhere, USA? This is Ward Stadium. Has an altitude of 514 feet. Built in 2026 by a good friend of the channel and channel member. Legend in the community, Mr. Bo Tiger. Often comes with no notes. That is the case today, so we're diving right in. Look at this. Love the lazy river. I think I just saw this stadium on Sewell's latest video, and man, is it fantastic. Look, I love the doubling up on the red. Again, such cool detail if you have the memory for it. Makes it look like a good sturdy fence as opposed to just the, you know, the line creator stanchion. Can I remember what it's called? And then he's got the new school barriers up there. Nice. Big stairs. There's the signature Bo Tiger in the foul pole. Excellent. Speedway sign on the light pole. Always a good move. Old school building. Well, it's not old school, but it's been around since day one. Like most of the props in here, let's face it. And again, fun layers, bleachers everywhere. Over here, the funky little kiosk. The building with the party roof. There's Ward Stadium. Oh, I like the laser ribbon on top of the, what is that? Just some kind of overhang, I guess we call it. Parking garage is connected. Kiosks up here. Very fun. And the curved. Very good look. Listen, there's a reason he's a legend in the community, fellas and ladies. Great little luxury box sections under here. Very fun indeed. We'll throw that light switch. Looks great at night. Bunch of signs over here surrounding the Ward Stadium. Looks cute. Turn the lights back on and take a peek again. Yeah, this whole little section over here is great. Again, with the curved concourse and the Major League sign blended right into the... I had it at one point. Terrazzo. Fun. I started to say Terrazzo like Tony Soprano. And I just fucking noticed that Pussy died. The guy who played Pussy. That rap fuck. Dodger Blue posted on his thing, and I posted back that rap fuck on his thing. I'm sure people get it, right? He played Pussy on Sopranos. He was a rap fuck. Pussy going to the feds. Actually, the feds caught him, right? So they flipped him, so he didn't have to... I don't know. Sopranos is so good, and this stadium is so good. Bo Tiger, thank you, sir, for sending it my way. Once again, we have to head back to the 25 version of the game. We have another stadium from Cole Baker. This is Union Station Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Altitude is 909 feet, built in 2026. He says this is a stadium made for the Royals since there are talks of them leaving Kauffman, but it could be used for any team. Ran out of memory before I could finish anything outside of the stadium or add a roof to the upper deck, but realistically, that's rarely seen when playing a game anyways. Tried to be unique, but also realistic. Tried something different down the lines, and I think it turned out well. Very happy with how the outfield seating turned out. It was my first attempt at making tiered seating in this fashion. Check out the area under the right field upper deck. Check out the area in the right field. Yeah, awesome. Very nice. Seen this look used a lot, and he dialed it up even more, adding kiosks in here and more tables and lots of life happening in here. Looks like every little section has their own. He put the walls up in between. Nice. Beautiful, dude. And it's cool. He made it like every section has a different amount of people, and some people are in line, sometimes they're not. Very cool concept. Nicely done. And then he's got concessions back here with the roofs on those concessions. A couple buildings across the street look good. There's that Braves building again. I like using the brick and the blue. Again, here's the windows. that you do a search for windows in your props. That's how you find that. Multiple concourse making up the facing of this plaza level seating. Looks good. Underneath, oh, that looks really good. Outstanding. Flip the bleachers around to close it off. That looks really, really good. And then a lot of life happening underneath. Very, very nice, dude. Cole Baker killing it. Now, come on, dude. You got to get to 26 so I can play in these stadiums. I mean, I guess I could, because I already have 25. Oh, look at this. He's got, so you can get right up into the concourse. Go to the bathroom. Get a hot dog, a beer, soda, milkshake, ice cream, popcorn. Did I say popcorn already? Cotton candy. Here's a little booth for the local channel, KC, right? You got to have some fountains, though, right? The Fountain City is Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, I hear the deals aren't going well with them or Tampa. What a mess. I mean, is anyone in a super hurry to get out of Kauffman? Kauffman's still gorgeous. As is this stadium. Left field in particular. And then, of course, of that funky little section that you added to. Like I said, a lot of people have done that look before, but you dialed it up really nice. Made it your own. Made it very unique. And there's this little deck over here, too. Nice. You go down this hall. Or at least the hall of pillars. Cole Baker. Nice work, sir. I think this is what, third stadium of yours? And I think I have at least one more in the queue from you, too. The first stadium of one of our gold members, Flip of Plan B 211, is up next. It's ISG Park in Mankato, Minnesota. Altitude is 830 feet, built in 2026. No notes, but as a gold level member, happy to show multiple stadiums from him in any video. He, at one point, we laid out where all of his stadiums wanted to be. And I'm, again, happy to do that as a gold level member. We have, I think, 2 or 3 more stadiums left from him. One that he collabed with 2 other folks again. But look at this canal or river or whatever here is in the middle. Fantastic. There's another drawbridge. And in the middle, we have a little island with a water tower. And on the island and between the island, we have docked canoes. We have canoes. Are they docked? Do you call that? Or do you call them something else? Like I don't know what you call it. I'm not a boat person. Except for canoes. I love my canoes. Yeah, great little field flip. Oh, look at this back here. This is fun. Little kids section with more canoes. And they got this little playground connected to the pirate ship. Very cool. Some concessions. A bunch of picnic seating under here. Fun. And then I like having the road come up over the bridge and then into this little city in here. Very nice work. Flip of Plan B. Nothing standard about this. Nice minor league feel. And he added these guys. Oh, okay. That's how you do it, fellas. See, I wish... it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect to use as a pillar for this, because you can hide most of it in the prop, and then the right parts are sticking out, and it just looks like a pillar. Fantastic, dude. Mankato Riverhawks. Now, okay, you have to refresh my memory, Flip, because I honestly don't remember. Do you play in your stadiums? Do you just build them and look at them? Did you build for someone else? That's a good shot. Flip has had a lot of thumbnails in the past. Definitely just sent this to myself. I like how the parking garage kind of keeps going too. Continues the stadium on. Very nice indeed, Flip. Got bullpens off the field in front of the seating. Cool. Big brick concourse area. Excellent. The River Hawks, right? Aren't they? Oh, wait, they are Hawks, aren't they? Oh, Falcons, that's right. Man. You'd think I'd looked at enough stadiums and looked at that prop enough where I'd remember that. But anyway, Flip, fantastic. Got more from you soon. Let's get out to the East Coast. We have Surf Stadium to check out. It's in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Altitude of 7 feet. Built in 2026 by a good friend of the channel, DFisk72. He said he made this ballpark after an abandoned ballpark for the Atlantic League's Atlantic City Surf. Started with a boardwalk type walkway down the first base side and then added seating leading to the Starfish Hotel. Behind the right field wall, there are several pine trees to recognize the Jersey Pine Barrens that are not so far away from the ballpark. Left center field has a bullpen and maintenance garage. You can see the large hotel, casinos in the distance on the boardwalk. And a stadium walkway leads out to the left field gates to head to the amusement park, hotels, casinos, and pond. All right, let's take a look. Right field. There we go. Surf Stadium, Atlantic City. Starfish Hotel with a nice curved balcony coming off that you could be hitting in home runs. That you could be hitting home runs into. Fun. And then it's on the team store. Great. Yeah, there's the pine trees. Right feet. Dennis. There's the maintenance garage. Out of town scoreboard right on it. Bullpen. Fantastic. Love right field. See, he's still chaotic, but everything looks a little neater and more realistic than his earlier builds. His stock's rising, man. This dude, watch out for, just like I said with ZZZ, and like I said with Dad Bod, like I said with all of them, they're all growing. Big impact. Stocks are rising. There's a little boardwalk area. There's lots of canoes. We have canoes. There's all the stuff going on in the boardwalk. Boardwalk Hotel. I like that, how it's going down. Nice. Very well done. Yeah, this whole area with the pirate ship and the beach with the canoes and the nachos and hot dogs, all that stuff. There's the AC Metal Supply, as played by the Western Metal Supply. Two-decker. Seats 16K. Surf Stadium. Nice job, DFisk72. Canoe level channel member. Thank you, sir, for your support. Thank you, sir, for the stadium. From the East Coast, we head out west to Salt Lake City, Utah, where we have a stadium with an altitude of 4,333 feet, built in 2026. It's called Shields Stadium, and it comes to us from Free Tojo. Sorry, I still don't have it down yet. Inspired but not a direct copy of the proposed Power District ballpark in Salt Lake City, starting an A's franchise and changing them to the Utah Dinos. High elevation of the proposed site with 17-foot walls across the board. I live in Salt Lake City, so I hope it happens, but I really doubt it. If you want to show a rendering, that might help. Okay, I can do that. Here we go. We got a nice high wall with windows in there for folks to check out the game at the field level. Very nice. There's some bullpens on either side of this wall here. Scoreboard on each side also. Hit it here sign on the facing of this plaza level seating section. Double decker to give you like a 3-deck look. Futuristic roof. Excellent little fan section over here. Fantastic. There's the river, and then the river we have canoes. Took us a while to get our first canoes today, but man, they're all over the place now. And these folks want a splash ball. There you go. That's a cool shot. As the Ferris wheel goes. Yeah, I do like Murph did one, right? Based on renderings, and the river went through. Pull back. We got the new roof, so maybe tough to get a good shot of the stadium at night, at least from outside the ballpark, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, it gets dark in there with the roof, the futuristic roof. Now, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Was that always been this? What's happening here? It looks like it's zigzagged. What? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, I guess it's not as prominent as I thought it was, but like right there, it looks like it. Let's get back in the stadium and turn the lights back on. But that's a good way to combat the high altitude, is the high wall. Now that could be good, right? Having another stadium with a high altitude. I don't know. It's like, so Colorado's not the only one? I don't know. That Ferris wheel, having it so close is really cool. I'm like mesmerized by this thing right now. Ooh. But this deck is cool. And you said it's partially based, right? It's not the entire thing. I'll try to put some pictures up. Free Toho, free Tojo. You have to let me know, bro. Yeah, looks great. Nice work. Again, it looks very, 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 very intimate. With like little going on underneath. It just feels like everything's in tighter and closer, and yeah, I like it. I really like how close the Ferris wheel is. It looks really cool that big. It's got to be fun to be hitting and maybe hit a home run and watch the Ferris wheel in the background. Love that. Might be a concept I have to steal in a future stadium if I ever get to building stadiums ever again. But I'm close. I'm almost done with Ricky Davis League, guys. And we'll talk more about the Ricky Davis League in a minute, because we have an official request for the Ricky Davis League and a special contest involving the Ricky Davis League, and that will lead to a special live video involving the Ricky Davis League. So we'll break that down in a future stadium. Free Tojo, thank you, sir. Here we are, folks. KFC Stadium, Louisville, in Louisville, Kentucky. Altitude is 466 feet. Built in 2026 by one of the GOATs, none other than Murph075. He says he built the stadium across the street from KFC Yum Arena. And right, Great Scott Bar and Grill. And left is a nod to one of the GOATs, Scotty, who is from Louisville and works in that area. You have the close Jim Beam upper deck and right for upper deck homers. Different take on the right field corner. Garden and right. The Humana building and left is a red building. Worked it into part of the stadium. Built this for my Louisville Mustangs and my franchise rebrand I plan on doing. Okay. Debbie Pie, Sluggers, Mustang Shop. Now, why is it green? It's treating it like I have everything grouped. What is happening? Like, there we go. Yeah, it was like maybe my left button was stuck. I did just drop my controller. Maybe the right button was... Yeah, that might have been it. Might have been stuck down. Anyway, yeah, there's that Jim Beam deck he was talking about. Fantastic corner over here. I love this one little tiny section. This dude. There's the KFC Yum Center. Is that a real thing? Excellent. There's a river behind the stadium. Well, next to, I guess. Pretty standard around and behind. There's the Humana building. I don't know the area. I've never been there. There's Great Scott Bar and Grill in left field. Very nice, Murph. Yeah, this guy, Moxie. All the stuff going on across the street from the stadium. Super cool. Nice little entry gate. That's great using these guys. Murph knows how to do it, huh? Nice little break in the upper deck for some greenage and a nice scoreboard. Definitely a big league feel. Definitely well lit. Yeah, he's got all the lights up here. It's fantastic. I'm going to take a screenshot. Murph, who is a flashy canoe level member, by the way. Thank you for all your support. What can I say? He's not just a member of the Stadiumverse. He's a member of the Stadiumverse family. One of the founding members. From Louisville, Kentucky, we head out to ABC in USA. The altitude is 500 feet, built in 2026. It's Showtime Ballpark 2.5. Comes to us from
Bobo
213-7013. I don't have notes. I'm sorry. I know what I'm doing. Holy crap, look at this pool. Fantastic. Oh, that's a great idea. Putting the globe thing in the portal. Fantastic. Look at all the window things and the volcanoes, the roller coasters. Where the hell did I get volcanoes from? Bunch of people circled around this Hall of Fame area. Holy crap, the roller coaster goes right through here. Man, you're waiting in line and the thing goes over your head. Where is it? Oh, there it goes. Very fun. And it goes over the folks in the water too. And you can watch the game from here. Yeah, you got a pretty good shot, pretty good view. If I can get my camera set right, there we go. Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Again, a very, 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 very well built stadium as far as life and just fun, crazy things going on. I love it. I go to say it every time and realize I have to put in the Momo. I forgot. I thought he told me. Look at all this built way up, surrounding the whole field. I think he told me if Momo was because of Get Shorty or if it was associated with Get Shorty at all. But he's got the Aqua Theater out here where he's got some animals ready to put on a show. Very unique.
Bobo.
I like it. Folks are in line. Oh shit, people got to go to the bathroom. These folks are getting on. Another Ferris wheel, nice and close. Really cool. Whoops, I had the lights off that whole time. Perfect. Another, yeah, very well lit. Yeah, they're all built way up high, the lights. Now, you'll have to let me know in the comments, fellas, and I'll have to try to make sure I'm paying attention. Do we... Yeah, I don't think you would see him here. Because I know there was one stadium, I can't remember whose it was. I want to say it was Tuffelhunt, one of his stadiums. I was playing a game in, and you would hit a fly ball and you'd see those lights. Do you guys have them up high enough where you don't see them? You have to let me know.
Momo.
I dig it, buddy. Fun. Once again, let's make sure someone's near Mark to console him. I feel so bad. All this talk about Oakland and moving them, and what if they stayed and all this. Ugh, I couldn't imagine. The Stacks Howard Terminal in Oakland, California. Altitude is 44 feet, built in 2026. We saw one idea from this gentleman about the A's staying put. This is another concept from O23 Echo. He says, if the Athletics were to stay in Oakland, this is the park built at the port around the shipping containers, treehouse bar in left field, kept from the Coliseum, and plenty of other features to keep the A's home. Let's see what he has here. Oh, I love this. Over both bullpens, the one curved out deck using the green fences this time, or walls or windows or railings, whatever you want to call them. Again, create a prop. Bring up the wheel again. This time do a search for the word window. A building will show up with window in the name. And then if you scroll to the end, you'll have a blue window and a green window. That's how you bring them up. Excellent little area over here. Oh, look at that. Look at the A. Ah! So good. Then you got some statues in center here behind the batter's eye. Scoreboard walk. Very, very, very good stuff. O23 Echo. Oh, we have a little pool over here in the corner, fellas and ladies. Canoes. We have canoes. Now, they have hit it here. You could hit it around the park, or you could hit it around the foul pole, I guess. Hook it around. Pretty standard around and behind, although once you get here, looks quite a bit different. Probably some kind of luxury with the windows here. Super cute. Oh, I didn't get over here either. The Town Brewery. Some love to Stadium Center, maybe? Oakland. The Town Brewery. Nice. Got the barrels up front. Nice window here. People can peek through at the game and that little balcony there. Nice. And there's the construction area that he was talking about in San Francisco across the bay. Pull it back. We got a great view from behind the stadium. And we'll get back in there real quick and take a peek at things inside with the lights on. Yeah, this is gorgeous, Tom. Incredible. Let's go a little bit faster. Ooh, the lower lights. That's a new take. I like that. Nice. Again, I'm always a fan of the roof not being symmetrical. I like how it curves around more around at the left field side, and then it stops pretty much at the right field foul pole, if not sooner. Cool look. All right, Tom. So good, dude. Absolutely love it. Very, very Murph. From a friend across the pond, we turn to a friend up in the Great White North. This is Air Canada Dome in Vancouver, British Columbia. 5,279 feet is your altitude. It was built in 2026. That friend above the border is our good buddy Dadbot OG, or Spanky McSlappy 24. Red and white themed retractable roof dome. Enjoy. That's what he said in the notes. Very nice already. Look at this. Big field level seating section broken up by some high top style seating or standing room only type seating with the high tops here, the high top tables, circular tables. Nice. And then a little mini curve. I like that. Using the old hot dog stand again as a wall. Very nice from Dad Bod. Is this the building? Yep, the whole building. For the windows. Nice. Top deck. Curls all the way around. Ooh, funky back here. I like it. Dad Bod. Then using this building to hold up the roof. Nice. Different looking left where you have a little cafe in here. Cool. Picnic seats. And then you got luxury protruding from foul territory. Nice. Sluggers. Welcome to Air Canada Dome. Nice job, Dad Bod. There's that Legends area over there highlighted by the thingy in the back. There's a couple of statues. I've tried that before, haven't I? Why do I keep doing it? Statues. It doesn't have the same ring as other things. Murph's Pizza. Here it is. Is that the first showing of Murph's Pizza this video? Might be. It just might be. Again, very intimate feel with everything closed off and nothing really, well, a little bit, I guess, leaking under here, but still. Looks very, very intimate. Seats 31,000, so it could be big league. Excellent, sir. Dad Bod OG does it again. Using the road as tracks to close the roof with the slab. See, I think I might have to do something like that with the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. Make it so you can't see it. And then you can keep the roof a little bit simpler and save the memory. And then I can have a little bit more fun inside the ballpark. Because I got big changes. I got big ideas for that. I just got to get... Are you ready for this? Players done. I got about 50 or so players and 75 pitchers to make. Then I got to make all the teams. And then I got this bad boy. I don't know how many retro gamers there are out there, but this is the AYN Thor. If you look it up on YouTube, it's getting rave reviews as a retro console, also as a Steam player. It was only like, well, I paid like $500 after shipping, and I got the pro version. There's a bunch of different levels, with different memory and RAM and all that stuff. And I can't wait to use it for old school Zelda games and all that stuff. But it has the dual screen, so you can do 3DS games on it, and I got to set that up. It's not plug and play. There's a lot of work that has to be done with it. But I guess there's this guy, Retro Gaming. I follow him on YouTube. He's one of the people who highly recommended that thing. He'll help you get it all set up. So, yeah. If I talk about it more, if I use it more, I'll put an affiliate link. You can get it at Best Buy. It's a little bit more expensive, but you probably get it a lot sooner. It literally took me 2 months. I bought it at the very end of May, and I didn't get it until about a week ago. I got it Tuesday. Today's Saturday, and I haven't even powered it on yet because I've been so busy with stuff. But Dad Bod, another fantastic build. I hope I'm getting to everything. I know there's something I missed in a stadium in the last video, so I'm going to show that before I show this person's stadium in this video. He probably knows who he is by now that I've mentioned it, but yeah, I don't like missing big features, and most of you guys leave notes and let me know where those are and check it, but this gentleman did leave the notes in there for it, and I still missed it. So yeah, we'll take a look at that, and he'll have to let me know. Do we like maybe less time on each stadium and longer videos for more stadiums, or should I don't know. I don't want to cut out new people, but I got to take care of my members, and we'll see. I don't know. Dad Bod, that's fantastic. You rock. Nice work. Nice work indeed. From Vancouver, Canada, we're going to head south into the U.S. and into California for Gold One Ballpark in Sacramento. Your altitude is 101 feet, built in 1997, and it comes to us from... He says, no real crazy features here, just really liked the layout and subdued skyline as a good permanent home for the A's. Oh, no. Mark. I'm sorry. But it's in Sacramento, so it's not like it's keeping him in Oakland still. So it's not like the sadness of what if they could just stay. This is a heavy retool of a Charlotte Park I made a few months ago. Didn't like how the fan sight lines were blocked by the batter's eye, so I fixed that and then redid much of the stadium. Right field, here we go. What do we got here? Oh, look at all this. You got chain fence, and then the green. That all looks great. Fan freaking tastic, dude. And the circles in on either side. Come on. This is some obituary turtle stuff right here. Very, very nice. Gym boys. This whole area up here, outstanding. This, come on. What's this right here? Okay. Screenshot was added to the mix. Asterisks have been added to the list. Golden One Ballpark. Mr.
Meow?
Your finest work so far, from what I can remember anyway. Absolutely gorgeous. Very realistic. Very heavily detailed. Great city in the background. Looked great at night. So good, dude. Heading over to the east coast of the country now, where we have Make Peace Farm Field in Carver, Massachusetts. Altitude is 3,333 feet. Built in 1926. Comes to us from new friend of the channel and new channel member, M. Churb 13. Makepeace is one of the largest cranberry producers in the world. Located in my hometown of Cape Cod, the bogs are featured in the park. Working factory ponds, working factory grounds double as an entertainment district for tourists and visitors. Enjoy a beverage in the Studio 44 box mill bar or catch a concert on the Stadium Center deck. Night games rule with cranberry colored seats. You, Sewell, Odin, Simba, Morty, and I are all awaiting a moonshot. Come find us. All right, well, if it's a moonshot, it's got to be in the home run area. I like how everything is incredibly clean and simple. Old school with the old school lights and roof and the Polo Grounds batter's eye. Okay, so moonshot. Is it outside of the stadium? There's Dad Bod's Creole dugout. Oh, look at this area out here. Holy crap. There's Stadium Center deck. No, he made a little custom stage under here with the wood. Oh, I'm in the beam of this guy. The hologram thing. That's cool. We watched this really, really, really ridiculously bad play on our last cruise. Everybody was making fun of it. You know, even people like that we weren't sitting with. You know, we're loudmouth bozos, you know, so Yeah, but the one thing they did really cool is they had like this sheet that come down that made it look like they were, whoever was on stage looked underwater, and that's what this reminds me of. Oh my God, the thing was so bad. You didn't know what was going on. The songs were terrible. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for this to be over. There's a Studio 44 Box Mill Bar, excuse me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. See, I need a good hangar or warehouse or something to play some indoor wiffle ball in the winter. Murph's Pizzas, Turtles. That'd be so fun to do that again. This whole area out here is fantastic. So, I'm guessing we got to find the dogs, right? He mentioned Sewell's dogs. Was it in that area? Did I miss it? Where did he say we were again? Hold on. Waiting a moonshot. Find us, that's all. 44 Box Mill Bar. You, Sewell, Odin, Simba, Morty, and I are awaiting a moonshot. Find us. Makepeace Farms Field. This whole area back here is fantastic. All right, can't find the dog. Or the dogs. No Charlie? Charlie's not here? Well, these dogs are all a lot bigger than Charlie. Charlie probably wouldn't do too well with traveling now. He'd take a dump in your car or on the plane or wherever. He doesn't do too well holding it in anymore. Oh, there they are. Well, should be 3 dudes, right? Maybe that's not. I don't see any other dogs. But this is cool, dude. If that's it, very fun. Either way, it's great. Oh, look at this down here. Now, what is it? Makepeace Farms, growing some cranberries in there. Nice work. Yeah, inside the stadium's pretty simple, but it's well done, well thought out. Definitely looks like it was built in 1926, and that whole business outside the stadium is absolutely phenomenal. Sierra Nevada hosts our next stadium. It's REI Stadium. Altitude is 2,200 feet. It was built in 2026. Comes to us from Scott and Candy 14. Once again, I don't have the notes. Could have lost them. Maybe he didn't send me. I'm not sure, but I love this. The little hilly area, and then behind it, you got bathrooms and another little building down here. And then it takes you up to Ballpark Eats, and you got the standing room only area where you got pictures for 27. Have to let me know what 27's for. Nice area back here with a scoreboard walk and steps to take you up to the Hall of Fame circle. Waterfall next to the batter's eye. Nice, with some rocks in there too. Pretty cute. Big scoreboard behind the batter's eye. Looking great. Oh, and then back in there. Oh, the castle and the water and the... Scott and Candy was at the last premiere. I'm not sure if that's the first one that I met him at or not. So my apologies, Scott, if you were there before. But I thought that was the first time. At least the first time that I noticed you and talked to you. And I felt bad that I didn't have your stadium in. But we got you now. I almost think there's another one from you in the queue. I could be mistaken. But this is fantastic. Left field, super fun with this whole area back here. That's gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. Fantastic indeed. You got this little private bleacher section here. Maybe coming from this building. Now what's this? Oh, okay, it's the other side of the wiffle ball field. Nice. Use it to host the Speedway sign. And then there's a bullpen in there. And there's one on the other side, too. Stand up to cancer. Oh, we used the same thing over here. I just didn't notice it. Nice. All right, Scott and Candy, 14. Maybe my favorite from yours so far. Maybe my favorite from you. The fountains in the middle. That looks great, too. Or the statues in the middle of the fountains. Couple buildings over here. Nice. Another potential thumbnail. Excellent work indeed. Super weird to have a video without a stadium from this gentleman, but we are correcting that in this video. This is Harborside Diamond in Oakland, California. Altitude is 1,476 feet. Built in 2026. Comes to us from channel member, friend of the channel, Goat, Obituary Turtle. He says, quote, "No notes, so let's dive right in, Phil Sherman." Right field. Oh, look at the layers. Oh, he customized this. And then put the building in the... This little part wedged out. Fantastic. And then it curves around. Now, did he build this live? I haven't... Well, I've had peeks of him live. Does he talk while he's building? Look at this guy. Come on, dude. Would you knock it off? I don't care anymore if he talks. Can you get some in the water from here? Now, I know Mark doesn't play in his stadiums. 315. Do your kids ever play in your stadiums? That's a question mark. That's a question for you, Mark. That's not a question mark. It's not an exclamation point either. Oh, that's cool. Could that be a thumbnail? Not sure. I mean, could that be a thumbnail? Not sure we ever had a shot from behind center field before. Can you be behind center field? I mean, I guess if you were in front of center field, you'd be on the field. Look at that. That could be a first thumbnail, huh? I kind of like it. I kind of like it a lot. Yeah, Mark doing Mark things. Goating it up. This whole thing. This is a good idea. To save memory, I mean, obviously you don't want to worry about people plummeting to their death behind, but if you can only do one, you know, do the one that you'll see more. That's fantastic. Yeah, I wonder if you could get some splash shots in here. Maybe home run derby. I'm not sure about a game. But either way, we're going to be asterisk in the stadium. It's definitely one I am going to want to play in once I get all my guys made. Nice job, Mark. Go. talking about in the last video how it was weird to not have a stadium in a video from that guy. How weird is it to not have a stadium from this guy in 4 months? Ladies and gentlemen, he is back in Studio 44. Schmitty VG has new modern Wild West Stadium 26. It's an ABC XYZ with a max altitude, and it was built in 2026. That's right, he is back on 26 thanks to the Game Pass being available on Xbox again, and I'm digging everything I see so far. Schmitty, dude, look at how clean and epic this looks, built right into the... I love the 2 levels here. It's only 75%. Really, dude? Oh, this looks awesome how it goes all the way back like this with the different field level. That looks so cool. Schmitty. Whoops, I biffed that one. I just listened to a bunch of Smartless past couple days, and I didn't hear Will Arnett busting that out. He probably realized. Listen, Phil at Studio 44 said I'm not doing it right. I'm just gonna let it go. That's his thing now. Schmitty. I feel like I say this like every other stadium you build, but new favorite. Absolutely in love with this build. All right, I'm gonna shrink these a little bit. Oh, look how far the train goes back. I'm gonna have to go take a ride out there in a second. Hold on. What? I'll lower this down just a little bit. See if I can't get a good... There we go. Here's the train station, or the train track. Let's go follow this all the way down to a train station and a parking garage. Nice job, Schmitty. So fun. Oh, the Red Rock. Hateful Eight fans, anybody? The dude who does the Walmart commercials is going to be the mayor of Red Rock. Schmitty, absolutely in love with it, bro. Nice freaking work. You know, I thought this gentleman was new to Studio 44, but then I noticed in his vault a Great Wall Stadium. And I looked at it and I remembered that funky pool in Foul Territory. It was like a 2-tiered pool, I think. Anyway, I think this is his second stadium now. It's the Magician 0777. He has Grand Canyon Park 3.0 for us. It's in Arizona, max altitude, and it was built in the year 2026. He says it's a park built at the Grand Canyon. There's 3 walking levels in the outfield as home run targets. So let's take a look. Yep, there they are. 1, 2, and 3 up here. Excellent. And then this one's concrete, and it's got the windows. Fun. Over here, the laser ribbon is kind of doubling as a wall to keep folks safe. Using the different color sand or rock or whatever it's called. Excellent idea. Very cool. Grand Canyon Park. Got the home run apple over here. Seats built right into the Red Rock. Oh, this is a cool little corner too, with the Texas sandwiches and the Texas barbecue and the chicken kebabs. Kebabs. There's Tony Clifton coming up again. There's a cool little pool. Nice. Then you can walk right through over the bridge. Walk right through over the bridge. Don't know how much sense that makes. Oh, now what did you do here? Oh, did you make like a custom stick? Or maybe there's escalators in there to take you up into here? Very cool. Yeah, use the door from a concession stand. Nice. But he's got the MLB sign up here, the lights, and this is the good one, right? This is the one everybody says works the best now. That ugly gray trestle one. Very fun indeed, sir. Yeah, they sure light it up pretty good. Another great shot from behind the stadium. Oh, he did one over here too. I guess I just didn't pay close enough attention. But there's that same custom stair building. Nice. 100%. Interesting. Are the Red Rocks taking up all the memory? I mean, are those Red Rocks taking up all the memory? Looks so big and open. Oh, there's another one right here, too. Jeez. Fun concept, dude. Nicely done. A great stadium indeed, sir. Staying out west, Nike Park in Salt Lake City, Utah is up next. 4,327 feet is your altitude, built in 2026 by Mr. Tiger Shark 600. He says the bullpens are like the ones in Coors Field. He likes the little Mexico Village in center field, and he tried to combine old school with new school. Let's take a peek. There's the Mexico Village in center field. Right field, you have Luxury Plaza above a nice little rounded, cornered standing room only area with concessions and tiki hut type kiosks over here. And then you got the Coca-Cola, Levi's, the Home Depot, Visa, Hulu, John Deere, and Walmart. Nice. You got nice bullpens up here. Nice. And then spot underneath where you can sit, maybe avoid the elements. Protect yourself from the elements. Pretty standard around and behind, although he did add these little roofs and some concessions in there, some bathrooms. Very clean, very fun ideas. Nice work, Tiger Shark. Nice little village or city outside of the stadium, I guess I should say. Turn the lights on and pull back. Get a nice, good view of the stadium. Fun stuff, Tiger Shark. Dig it. We're going to head on over to Las Vegas, Nevada, where we have another stadium from Caniac 1996 or Tonserial Sign 22. This is Egypt Air Stadium. Has an altitude of 100 feet, and it was built in 2026. No notes, so we're diving right in. Oh, this is cool. A low covered area with the contemporary roof. And, I like the slanted. The roof of the one building kind of makes like a slanted window look in there. I like it. Then you got all these fancy seating areas under here in front of those bleachers. Couple differently stacked seating sections up here. Another bleacher section and fancy seating in front. Nice. And then more funkiness in left field as well. There's the Braves building again. It's becoming a popular building in the stadium verse. Pretty standard around and behind. Old school buildings out here. Train station. Fantastic. Big tower in dead center field. When done right, this can look good in center. The rounded look. You got to make sure it's above the batter's eye. See, a lot of people do it behind a batter's eye. It doesn't make sense because people can't see from behind the thing. But, man, look at all the stuff going on here. Game buildings and casinos and hotels and pyramids and sphinxes and all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, we are in Vegas after all. Flip them lights on. Stadium looks fun at night. Lots of light in the background. And another fine stadium from Caniac, 1996. So earlier I mentioned I missed something from a stadium that I showed in the last video. Here it is. It's Lake Shore Park, Chicago, and it comes to us from Scotty Warren. Scotty, I'm sorry, man. I came outside the stadium. First of all, it's for the Chicago Hitmen. He matched up all the colors. It looks so cool on the inside. And when I came out here, I noticed the train, and then I remembered in the notes he said something about the train, but you forget that it curls around and it comes right up to the stadium, and he said this was like one of his favorite parts of the build, and I didn't even show it. And that looks fantastic. The fact that there's the train, the old school looking train that comes through here, very Chicago feeling, even though I've never been to Chicago, but you know, you see the videos of the 30s and the movies, you know, the Untouchables with Al Capone and all that stuff, but it takes you right outside the stadium, and there's a entrance to the stadium right there. And you come in, and there's speakers and this little kiosk. Outstanding. So I have a stadium from him that I'm going to show next, but I wanted to make sure I dipped in here and showed that part of the stadium. So if I ever miss a big part of your stadium, guys, don't be afraid to let me know in either the comments or in the chat box, or, you know, hit me up on Discord or email me or whatever. Scotty didn't come after me about this. I noticed that he made a comment on the post I put on Facebook to let people know about this video. And I said, I think I missed a big part of your stadium. And he's like, yeah, you did, but it's cool. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. So here it is. Chicago Hitmen, part of the Ricky Davis League. And it's Lakeshore Park in Chicago. But now let's check on the new stadium he has for us. Here it is, out in Anywhere, USA, Skyline Pavilion by Scotty Warren. Your altitude is 2,500 feet. It was built in 2026. He says he had an idea for this retractable roof stadium for a long time now. Recently collabed with Flip on a stadium and took some of those ideas to create this. He built the stadium a little differently, starting on the outside, working his way inside. Okay. It took a lot of adjusting and changing things as I went, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. Thanks as always. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Here we go. All right. There's the big windows out there for retractable roof look. Oh, look at this. He's got the building I was talking about over in the Grand Canyon Stadium, and then the hologram thing and some concourse on top. Okay. A two-decker with some rocks and greenage. The flags are flying. And then we come around the corner. He's been using this building a lot lately. It's a good building. I wish there was more like this that could give us a different texture, a different look. He's so good at making it look so seamless. I use this in the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino all the time, and I can't make it look that seamless. Outstanding. There we go. Okay. Yeah, nothing standard around and behind about this. Fantastic. And there is... That's cool. Looking that it would just... Windshield wiper style. Oh, Scotty. Now, are these the gray ones? Or the green ones? Because there's like two of these end caps, right? For the old school roof. Yeah, those look like the grayer ones. Classic upper deck end cap. Okay. For a second, I thought it said contemporary. But I was going the wrong way. Yeah, see, there's two. Classic roof end caps. And I think the other ones are a little bit more green. Yeah, Scotty's gone and done it again. Now, let's make sure I don't miss anything in this ballpark. He did say he worked his way in from the outside. And he's got the Carmen's Dad building out here. Okay, nice. Yeah, that looks better than what I did. For the Moonshot Casino, I did one of these. I think what Sky did is much better here. That's cool. It's got that little square bowl effect. Hotels and other buildings and Ferris wheels outside. Looking fantastic. Now I can't wait to see this collab that you did with Flip. He's definitely going around to get everybody. I love that. That's such a cool idea. Goat. This has been a popular theme today. We're heading out to ABC XYZ, where we have Canyon Ridge Park. The altitude is 100 feet, and it comes to us from dear old friend of the channel and one of my favorite Met fans ever, Mr. Sandman Dan. He says it's built for your RDL team, the Outlaws. Hey, all right. More RDL teams. Fantastic. The stadium is a Western theme with water and features the SC Express traveling through the canyon. Have to make sure we find that. Look at that. Stagecoach Burgers. Very fun. Right field. Holy crap. Look at all the bleachers. Excellent. Multiple layers. And then Plaza on top. Hosting the scoreboard. Top deck kind of curls around on top of the roof. Cool concept. Look at Dan go. This is a cool feature too. Having this hook in. Or curve around, however you want to look at it. And then you kind of have this little triangle in there. That looks great. Oh, there's all the water. Left Field Saloon. Oh, poor ugliness. Does this mean we are not friends anymore? Doc Holliday. Kate, you're not wearing a bustle. How lewd. Army Huckleberry. That movie's sacred to me. I watch it at least once a year, sometimes more, usually just the once. Has to be in the summer. My wife and I have to have the next day off together. I usually order or make a nice meal for us to eat when we enjoy it. And then we have like a nice dessert for the next movie. Sometimes we'll do dinner for the first movie and then dessert for the next. And this year we did Tombstone first for dinner, and then we had ice cream sundaes for Field of Dreams after Tombstone. But sometimes we flip it around. We have like this whole summer weekend extravagant. Look at all this stuff out here. Bull Durham, League of Their Own, Tombstone, Field of Dreams. We jam them all in. We were kind of broke last weekend. So we're like, let's stay in and have our movie night. I can't remember what we got. I feel like I got a garbage plate from someplace. And then I got Let's Dough Buffalo. Perry's Ice Cream. Do y'all have Perry's Ice Cream out there? Is it just a Rochester thing? Oh, look how we closed out the outside of the stadium. Outstanding. Dan. That's some Flip. Sluggish Moth. Zach. Fantastic, dude. And he's got the palm trees. Nice work. So fun. But yeah, Perry's Ice Cream, they have Let's Dough Buffalo. It's a Buffalo Bills. It's got cookie dough ice cream, cookie dough chunks, and like ground up Oreos, like swirled in. You throw in some chocolate syrup, mix it up. It's a great soft ice cream with the cookie dough chunks. Oh, I'm obsessed with cookie dough. But Dan, I'm obsessed with this stadium. Fantastic. Oh, there's the SC Express. Woo! Almost missed it. I mean, I saw it. I didn't point it out, and that's cool. Coming out of the tunnel. Look at that. He even made a nice little tunnel. Great work, dude. I think I'm going to asterisk this one. This whole area out here with the water and the train. Magnificent. Magnificent. I did that before, right? From Infinity War. Dan killed it. Did I miss anything over here? The Outlaws. I'll throw up their unis. Huh? There's a horse in the wagon. Very cool, dude. But yeah, it's in Arizona. Right? Phoenix. And I know Tombstone was in Arizona, so I made them, you know, they got the thing over their face, the bandana. Dan, thank you, sir. Back-to-back OG family members of the community here in Studio 44. But before we get to the stadium, I figured since we just came off a Ricky Davis League stadium, we can talk about that challenge I mentioned earlier in the video, and thank all of you who liked this video and subscribed to this channel. Please do so now if you have yet to do that. All the subscriptions help more than you can possibly imagine. And take the chance to thank all my channel members. I just got 3 new channel members after the video, and I think one of them, I don't know. I haven't connected him to a gamer tag yet, so if you're a new channel member, please reach out, say hello, so I can make sure I prioritize your stadiums and get you any discounts if you buy anything from the Studio 44 store, and hook me up with contact information so I can get you a copy of the list. Now, on to the challenge. I've mentioned it a couple times, probably since the start of MLB The Show 26. Well, it is now official. Mark needs a stadium for the Sitka Grizzlies, and I think I ran into 2 in the queue, but I'm not going to show them yet because Mark has decided that he will choose the winner live for his home stadium. It's not like the rest of the Ricky Davis League teams where you build a stadium, I'll play one game in the Outlaw Stadium that Jeff made, or I'll play another one in the Outlaw Stadium that we just showed of Sam Mandan. This is his home stadium. Everybody's welcome to submit a stadium. There's no real time limit other than obviously it should be ready before we get started. And as I said earlier, we have about 50 more players that need to be made, 75 pitchers, and all the teams. So there is time, and I will let you know when we're getting close so that you guys can wrap those stadiums up, and we'll set up a live event where you guys can come watch Mark look at all the stadiums live here in Studio 44, and he'll pick one live here in Studio 44. So I'll show you the stadium that won the last time we did custom stadiums. Murph created it. He said it was very close between a Murph, a Sewell, and an Arch build. He has said in the past he likes a lot of advertisement. He likes a lot of brick, old school, intimate feel, water. And I can show you the one that I made for him before too myself. I made 2 different versions of the stadium for him, and we'll check that out also. So, all right, that's the challenge. Let's get back to that stadium I just teased from a dear family member of the community. Here it is, folks. Cedar Roadside Park in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. The altitude is 1,555 feet, built in 2026. That dear member of the family is our old friend, Murph075. He says he tried to make a tree canopy over the road in left like the road I live on has. The field and park area is inspired by the park my friends and I played ball on growing up. A little park tucked in between the road and a big creek. I named it after my grandson, Cedar. Okay, here we go. Right field, you got this nice little river. And in that river, fellas, we have canoes. Nice little waterfall up here. Rocks, bushes. River goes all the way back. Nice. Oh, there's a little diner out here with the parking lot. Nice. Little canopy or a little stage. Oh, or it's a pavilion. Is it called the pavilion? Covered stage. Okay. Can double as a pavilion easily, right? Nice little restaurant over here with some picnic tables, covered area for the folks in line. Nice. Some folks are watching the game in the windows and the walls. Curve back. Take a look at that scoreboard. Nice, simple little scoreboard for a little park. And it's going to be lit up within the stacked stones here. Nice. Playground next to the ballpark. Another covered stage. Oh, this looks like two of them together, huh? All right, yeah. Little bleacher section on either side. Very nice. Little hill or mountain. Bunch of trees. There's a motel back here. Cool. You can get fresh donuts and gas. Look at this dude. Pump and go. That's what my wife accuses me of sometimes. Oh boy. The park is well lit. And oh, look how we lit up the... He lit up all the sidewalk areas. Nice, dude. Maybe we should be pumping done. Oh boy, it's late, fellas. I've been recording since 8 o'clock. It's now 1:05 in the morning. What a freaking this guy. You know, as good as his stadiums are, I'm not sure we've had many Murph thumbnails, and this could easily be one. It's stadium only seats 618 people. Look at that. There's not an inch of this thing unused. Nice work, Murph. Kansas City, Missouri hosts our next stadium. It's called City of Fountains Stadium. Has an altitude of 909 feet. Built in 2026 by IndyFam 8213. First stadium to the channel, I think. He had one lined up for last week, but he said he deleted it and tore it down, and he's redoing it. So now he has this one built for the Kansas City Royals. Features a party deck in right field, and he wants me to check out behind each dugout for some noisemaker-worthy contraptions. Okay. I'm going to work on recreating my original idea of George Brett Field at Kauffman Stadium, and when I complete it, I'll let you know. Yeah, that's the one he had for, I don't know if it was last video or the one before it, but there's a party deck in right field. Oh, look at this. They're all lined up, and they're going all the way up the stairs, and they're going to hang out in either direction. Fun. New roof, fancy walkway in the back there. Folks are getting concessions at Fletch's Diner. Going with the Chicago White Sox batter's eye. Of course, Kansas City Royals scoreboard. Some retired number for the Royals. Wait, maybe this gentleman did one earlier. I remember doing another one with these guys, and I was trying to remember the retired numbers. That's George Brett. One of these guys is Frank White, and I can't remember who the other one was. That is, of course, Jackie. City of Fountains Stadium. All hosted by the warehouse here. Scoreboard and the concessions and the signs. Nice. Pretty standard around behind. Oh, here's the Norway. Yes. IndyFam 8213. These always get noisemakers. They get the shout of canoe. we have canoes. And, oh, the flashy canoe over here by itself. Oh, there's some old school canoes up there as well. Fantastic, sir. Very not bad indeed. I like the trees in front. Oh, wow, I didn't realize it was that thin. I thought like a bunch of them had to be buried in underneath the stands there, or hidden under the stands, but I guess not. Very nice. We'll pull it back. Turn on that light switch. Bunch of buildings surrounding the stadium. Give it more of a downtown feel. I know Kaufman's kind of in the middle of nowhere, right? That and the Chiefs Stadium. Now, the Chiefs are officially moving, right? They're officially moving to Missouri, or Kansas, where the Royals are still in Missouri for the time being, if I'm not mistaken. I could be very wrong. There's a whole lot of garbage going on with ballparks right now. I heard the Orlando Dreamers are trying to sneak in there with the Rays' big mess of a situation, and I don't know. Oh crap. I missed all this. Oh, crap. Holy crap. This big deck back here, this line. Oh, these guys are coming in from the fan stairs. Okay. And big pool back here as well. Look at this line. If you build it, he will come. No, that's not what it should be. It should be, people will come. It'll be like just when they were little kids. The party deck. Oh, and there's people getting into ballpark eats too. Nice. Some hidden fountain. There's the fountains. You know you got to have more fountains in the City of Fountain Stadium. Folks chilling out watching the game from bleachers within the home run fence. Very nice. Yeah, man. I dig it. Some fun stuff in here. Indie Fan 8213. Nice work. We're heading back to New Jersey for this stadium. It's Old Berg Stadium in Trenton. Max altitude, built in 2026 by Woo Gambino 2147. I think we're looking at his third stadium now. He says, I took some ideas from my first two stadiums that I couldn't fit in those stadiums and combined them to make this one. Was also to get 3 canoes in here, which have great views, as well as the pitching view to home plate in the game. Shout out to Studio 44 with the broadcast tower, and to Murph. There's so many awesome stadiums in this community, but his stadiums hit a little different. I agree. Keep up with the great work, Phil, and everyone. Keep them stadiums coming. Okay, here we go. In right field, bleacher section, broken off by the stairs. Good look. Dials up them bleachers quite a bit. Very fun concept. And then in here, you got the sausage and hot dogs and french fries and all the like escalator taking you up behind the batter's eye. Fun. All the different standing levels. And then there's the Braves building again. Nice. Futuristic concessions up top. Scoreboard. Excellent. This corner. Beautiful. And then right over is the river. Good look, dude. You could hook it around and maybe out of the stadium, huh? Closed off over here with the signs, bathroom, team store. There's the Studio 44 tower tier. There's the broadcast booth on top. Fun. Oh, that's cool. I like the studio and then the 44 next to it. There's Choppy's, Texas barbecue. Oh my God. It's not barbecue, but I always think pulled pork when I think barbecue. Today, I had this Puerto Rican pork. I can't remember what they called it. I'll put a picture up in post. But they made me this sandwich today, this little Puerto Rican restaurant that is open in my town. Oh, it was so good. Murphy's Pub with the home run apple. There it is. Nice. And there's the green window fence again, and some funky seating in here using the telephone booth with the green and red. Excellent. Fantastic. And then the steps go along the slanted home run wall. Love it. Legends Corner in here looks great. We might have ourselves another goat. This guy could be a goat after his third stadium. I loved his second. Didn't his second stadium make the thumbnail. There it is. There's that great view he was talking about, the waterfall. Fantastic. With the marina back here with some canoes. Are those the canoes you snuck in, or am I missing more? I'll have to take a peek. Nothing standard around and behind about this. Very, 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 very well done. Woo Gambino. There's another canoe. On the lemur fountain. Murphy's Pub has a Hit It Here sign on it, too. Oh, wait, that's not water. Oh, no, here's the water. I was about to say, why did I think that was water? There's the water. But that's not a bad idea. If you're just playing in games, that's the only spot you're going to see the water. Or is that, oh, no, the water's for under here. Right? Yeah, the water's for there. Okay, I gotcha. All right, but still, that's a good idea. If you're using your stadiums for games, maybe you don't need to put water all the way across. Just put it where you can see it in the game. Woo Gambino. And just 3 builds. Making quite the name for yourself, sir. Great, great, great job. Another stadium from Flip of Plan B, 211, but it won't be his last, as he is a Golden Canoe member. We'll fit as many of his stadiums as we can. This is Jasper Park in Jasper, Canada. 4,500 feet is your altitude, built in 2026. No notes, so we're jumping right in. Ha! I said jumping. Obit Turtle. Ooh, I like this. Water surrounding the whole outside of the ballpark. Look at this. Flip. Canoes everywhere. The 44 in the waterfall. Excellent. Oh, and the park up here. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here is a flip of Plan B 211 asterisized. Is there a word for that? How would you put that? I'm astericking this stadium for consideration of a Phil's favorite. Out freaking standing. It's giving me Kia logo vibes. Dude, flip. Easily the best I've ever seen from you. It's beautiful. You're going to be hitting all these different levels and targets of waters and rocks and signs and canoes. And everything fits perfectly. You got the perfect building in the back to give you some light and some decoration. And it fits. And it's amazing. One of your better outsides of the stadium as well. All around an amazing freaking build. Yeah. Listen, fellas, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? A tad bit of honesty here. Sometimes I dread recording videos, okay? When I'm editing, a lot of times, just because I have to hear it, I can focus on something else a little bit too. I can pay bills online, or I can make guys, or play my games, or, you know, watch the Yankees or whatever. But when I'm recording, I pretty much have to be focused on this. I can't have background noise because the mic will pick it up and all this other stuff. So sometimes I really dread it. But then I see stadiums like this, and I'm like, how do you guys continue to freaking blow me away with the creativity, with the limited options that haven't changed since 2024? And it reminds me how fun recording can be. So, Flip, nice freaking job, dude. Amazing. Moving on to another dear friend of the channel and GOAT, we have the latest from ZZZ Boy. I shouldn't say that because I think I just got like 3 or 4 more stadiums from him that are in the queue now. But moving on to Citadel Park in Charleston, South Carolina. 25 feet is your altitude, built in 2026, as I said earlier, by ZZZ Boy. And he says, this is a futuristic stadium build set in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. Deep ballpark down the lines, fun stadium loaded with bars and a music stage. Let's take a peek. Right field. He said down the lines it was really deep, right? How deep are we talking? 353, yeah. It's pretty deep. Big bleacher section with steps that can take you down to field level where there's concessions, pretty much anything you'd want at a ball game. Little kiosk bathroom up here, steps to take you back up to this level of concessions. Nice. There's the futuristic seating. Futuristic. I felt like I said futuristic. Pretty standard around and behind for a futuristic build, but he does have the break in the upper deck for some concessions there as well. Bleachers here and left. Nice big concourse up here with the blue walls. Oh, there's the thing. Rock candy. Everybody in there partying. Nice. Oh, the 2 layers with the blue wall. That's cool. Yeah, this whole area up here is cool. Takes you up to this top deck concourse. I don't know why. I'm not sure quotation marks is the right thing there, but I like how it overhangs over the stands. Fun. So you're going to be hitting lots of balls up here, even though it is pretty deep. But it's not very high, and it hugs right up to the thing. Yeah, great build, ZZZ Boy. Futuristic. Breaks in the upper deck, I think, are cool to have the limited sections of that futuristic roof. I think that looks cool, especially from underneath. Citadel Park. I feel like we've been in Charleston a lot. We've been in canyon areas a lot. We've been in anywhere in ABC, XYZ. Nice build, ZZZ Boy. I like it so much. Let's check out another one from you. Here we go again as a Flashy Canoe level member. Happy to show 2 stadiums from him in one video. This is Blue Lagoon Ballpark in Remote Island, USA. Max altitude built in 2026. In the notes for this one, he says it's max elevation. It's a hitter's ballpark located in a remote location. Buzz Lager porch in the right field corner over water. Custom bleachers in left with a smokehouse in left center. Right field. Everything's blue. Oh, there's the Buzz Lager porch. Fantastic. Canoes are in the vicinity of the ballpark here. Now, what's the... Oh, it's the trestle. Okay. Or the tram. Trestle. It's the tram. Blue Lagoon Ballpark with Paradise Dining up top. Nice. And the little roof over the bleachers. Very fun indeed. Got a nice little island. We got some sailboats. And you got the Grand Hyatt. Great way to do the San Diego scoreboard. Great way to do the San Diego batter's eye with the hills surrounding. Very fun. Barbecue deck out here, her smokehouse. I'm not a big smoky guy. I like my barbecue, but not too smoky. We went to this place a couple of years ago in the town I live in right now, and it was a new barbecue place, and it was just very smoky, so we didn't try it again for like years. Like 8 years later, we finally gave it another shot, and it was much less smoky, much better. We actually loved our meal, and then it closed like 2 weeks later. So we never got to go back. But there's the custom bleacher section with the entrance over here. It'll take you right into all the concessions underneath. Fantastic. ZZZ boy. Anything behind here? Nope. Man, another beautiful build. You guys... There's some nods to Sewell right there. Here's the Blue Lagoon. KNNU. Is that the first time we've seen KNNU today? Studio 44. There's a little fat guy again. It's not supposed to be Babe Ruth, right? I mean, this is the Orioles. It's supposed to be Earl Weaver. I know they have the Babe Ruth Stadium. Or not stadium. The Babe Ruth Museum right near Camden Yards because he grew up in Baltimore, right? Good old Baby Ruth. Look at that. Did we stamp her yet? Let's make sure we stamp her. What'd I say? Did I say it was going to be an amazing video or what? Because that's exactly what it's turning out to be. Great job, ZZZ boy. Triple Z. Flashy Canoe member. And... GOAT. Here it is, folks. We haven't seen a stadium from this gentleman in quite a while. This is River City Yard in Memphis. Has an altitude of 338 feet and built in 2026 by old friend, fellow content creator, and legend in the community, Mr. Carmen's dad. He says this is the home of the fictional Memphis Phantoms of the Continental League of Baseball. Set on the eastern bank of the Mississippi River, River City Yard is the centerpiece of a new waterfront shopping, retail, residential, and entertainment district that includes the Presley Pavilion Performing Arts Center, an aquarium, docking for riverboat tours, an operating showboat with views inside the stadium, and open-air shopping. The stadium itself features fully accessible concourses, custom stadium entrances, a themed scoreboard, wrap around the concessions rimming the stands, field level maintenance access, splash shots off the fan occupied showboat behind left field, views of the waterfront portion of the Memphis skyline, and a view of a fully lit double bridge to the Arkansas bank of the river beyond. Holy crap. There we go. Wow. River City Yard. And this corner. There's the Presley Pavilion back there. Love doing some Elvis karaoke. Oh, we're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Oh, why can't you see what you doing to me? If you don't believe a word I say. Elvis is a goat, man. Love me some Elvis. There's the Phantoms. I like how the second deck kind of curls around. Top deck. Very Carmen's dad. This is fantastic. This is one of my favorite builds of yours. Freaking dig it. The home, look at this. The home run. Yep, saying you can hit home runs off that. Splash shots over here, maybe over the boat. That's the wonder of you. Ugh, that was terrible. He sounds like he's yawning a lot. Him and Madonna. That's the wonder of you. Right? And Madonna, I don't know the words. I don't know the name of the song, but and I live to tell the secrets. And I always thought there was a joke with Diddy before there were so many more jokes for him. But I always thought there was a joke for him about how he always sounds like he's falling asleep when he's rapping. You know? Diddy, sing that song, man. Come on, sing that song. Nah, man, I don't want to sing that song. Come on, Diddy, sing that one song for us. Nah, man, no, later. Diddy, fine. It's kind of hard with you not around. All the things smiling down. Kind of hard with you. Right? Does he sound like he's falling asleep? Words can't express what you mean to me. Even though you're gone, we still a team. Through your family, I fulfill your dream. I never got to add that into my bit. Carmen's dad, freaking fantastic. I think we could put him in goathood, right? I mean, is there a version of the game where there's not 87,000 pages of Carmen's dad's stadiums? Look at this. Look at that. Come on. That's another thumbnail. I like recording stadiums when fun stuff like that comes up too. Elvis and leading to yawning in songs. Oh boy. I hope you like my antics as much as I like presenting it. Look at... Do I give antics? It's funny, the antics are showing up because my wife was laughing at the Pee Wee Herman video I posted a while ago. I think I put it... Did I put it here in Studio 44? I think I did. I think I remember seeing my fat face doing Pee Wee. But now that Paul Rubens is dead, I officially do the best Pee Wee Herman on the planet Earth right now. Find me someone better than this.
Right now it's time for today's secret word!
Today's secret word is
Impression! We all know what to do anytime someone says a secret word, right? Scream real loud!
let's try it.
Tell me your favorite impression you...
Ah!
Without telling me your favorite impression you...
Ah!
I'm waiting. So no, seriously, it's pretty good though, right? Oh, man, I was obsessed with Pee Wee Herman when I was a kid. Pee Wee's Playhouse, man, I watched that shit every day. In the movie, I still watch the movie. I bought it on Fandango at home. Carmen's dad, thank you for bringing out the craziness in me. Thank you for an amazing build. Thank you for... Actually, no, I'm not thanking you for this. Another freaking stadium that can be a damn thumbnail. I can't make up my mind. I already sent this to myself to have it considered as a thumbnail. And I'm definitely putting asterisks next to it too, because this is definitely my favorite stadium of yours. And topping yourself is not an easy feat because, like I said, you have some of the best stadiums ever made in the tool. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, fellas. Seems like this gentleman is always in the final group of stadiums, and we're starting that final group right now. In fact, last video, he started the final group too. Anyway, we're going to Anywhere USA, with a stadium that has an altitude of 100 feet. That stadium is called Bridgeway Ballpark, and it comes to us from dear friend of the channel, Shays2525. Started out the last group of stadiums, and here we're looking at the last 5, unless someone jumps in and I try to jam in another stadium. But he says in the notes, not sure if I even like this build, but it's certainly unique to show. Started as an enclosed stadium, but didn't have enough memory to build the fake roof. I really like how the bleachers turned out with 2 different concourse elements using the bridge and closing it in. Looks nice, but not sure I pulled it off completely. Could have used more memory to give it more life. All right, let's see. Oh, he's at 99%. Oh, are you kidding? Look at that. Oh, he followed the bridge. Very unique. Now, did you hide the rest of the bridge? Yes. Okay. So you just kind of used it as a way to close that off. And then you got this big opening out here where you can come out to this concourse, and there's an escalator to take you down. All right, I'm on board. Dude, where do you guys think of this stuff? But I like the gaps. There's the bleachers, Sluggish Moth style. To dial them up, hiding stuff. Takes up a lot of memory, though. Pretty symmetrical, right? Nope, no, this isn't over there. Got the treehouse hidden in there. There's the steps to get you up. Yeah, I like this a lot, dude. Shays always gets so creative with this stuff. Excellent. And the grass all the way around here above the field level here. Oh, now what's in here? Oh, this is behind the batter's eye. Okay. Yep, just takes you right in here. Nice. Yeah, I could see where you'd want a little bit more life along this, but I'm into it. I think that's great. That could be cool in center field, too. Man, I keep running into those buildings. Sorry for the camera work, fellas. He's got convention centers all over the place, concourse, building everything around. Very cool concept, dude. I'm on board. Yeah, I think I'd like to see it maybe start over with it. Give it another go, because that concept is really cool. And then, like you said, add more life, which you could get from the bleachers, I think, if you maybe cut some of these bleachers and eliminate a lot of this concourse, because that takes up a lot of memory. It could give you more to, add more concessions along here, or maybe there's some, like, luxury plaza sticking out or something. I don't know. It's definitely a cool concept. And it got a stamp because the idea is brilliant. I'm all about it, man. Nice work. Maybe, would you allow me to remix this stadium? I'm going to keep this in the back of my mind. I would love to give this a shot. Heading on down to Texas for this next build. Arlington, Texas, that is. Altitude of 770 feet. Built in 2026. The stadium's called Arlington Municipal Field, and it comes to us from a friend of the channel, Rangerman 226490. He says, imagine you're put into a city, given a small plot of land, and told to build this ballpark as it fits a city block. And you're going to get a very odd, quirky ballpark that has a very irregular seating configuration and 2 cabins beyond the batter's eye that can be rented out 365 days a year. The retired numbers on the right field wall are 42 for Jackie, 72 in honor and memory of my late grandfather Wilburn Fredrich, and 91 in memorial and memory of my late grandfather Everett White. It says be a perfect place to grind XP points as the distance to the foul poles are under 300 feet, making it easy to blast one out of the ballpark and onto the streets. Just don't hit a car passing by. You're not kidding. He says also check out the center field at Nature Reserve behind the batter's eye. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah. There's the retired numbers for Grandpa and Jackie. Stadium Center getting some love over here. Now what's... Whoa. Oh, it's the tree house. That's a cool look. I like the dog food. What is it? Purina logo that has the X. Hit it here into the ivory. That looks pretty cute. I love the street levelness. Yeah, that all looks really cool. The bridge is right there. Yeah, you're going to be hitting them right out here. This is fantastic, Zach. There's some cold drinks at the fountain bar. The home run deck thingy turned around. Cool. This guy placed on top. There's the little cabins that can be rented out. Oh, there's a horse. There's the dogs. Another cabin. This is where the nature thing is, right? Mini golf is up here too. Nature reserve. Yeah, very quirky indeed, and I'm digging it. Yeah, I like hitting the ball onto the street. Great place for a little luxury suite. Doesn't happen enough in baseball. They need luxury suites along the home run fence. Give them a chance to get a home run ball if they're paying that money for the suite. Nice, Zach. Lots of trees up here. That's something dinosaur related, right? Oh, it's just a pavilion stage. A dinosaur, right? A dinosaur pavilion stage. Great little city surrounding the ballpark. Very fun. Yeah, very quirky indeed. Yeah, if you had to put it within this plot, this land here, you'd have to get creative with how it laid out. That looks really cool, Zach. I like that a lot. Hey, there's a nod to Studio 44. Nope, water in the back. And in that water in the back, fellas, we have canoes. We have canoes. Any My Blue Heaven people? Steve Martin, Rick Moranis. I ran into the merengue that they danced to with the girls in New York. I freaking love that music. Makes me want to get up and... If the knee will let me. I did Michael at karaoke on the cruise, and my knee was killing me for the rest of the cruise. It's better now. It's getting better. But, I mean, I can't lay certain ways without it being sore. And if I twist it the wrong way, I think they're trying to get me to 50. And then make me pot Terminator. Give me some metal in my knee. Come on. So let's flip that light switch. Yeah, that's cool. You get the long, narrow ballpark. Yeah, you make center field pretty deep. And you have a cool, creative stadium. I dig it, man. Excellent. And what? Okay, the same over here. Nicely done, Zach. Beautiful. Hey, now we're in Yorktown, USA for GoDaddy Stadium. Just about max altitude at 5,000 feet. Built in 2026. Comes to us from that gold member I promised you more stadiums from, Mr. Flip of Plan B 211. And no, we're not done with him yet. He's got a piece in the very final stadium to check out. But he says, I may or not be promoting child labor, LOL. Find the babies. That's all there was in the notes. Let's take... This looks like progressive. At least a couple years ago, right? Didn't they change the upper decks? But I love this deck jolting out and down here. The bullpens all along the right field wall. Very nice. You're going to hit plenty of home runs into all this stuff. And he made this building look really cool, putting them together and then adding the door. Nice flip. See, it's okay to have something simple down here as long as you got more targets. And again, this is all just my stuff. If you're trying to build a stadium just to please Phil, which I highly recommend you don't do, is all I'm saying. Man, my freaking elbow's falling asleep because of this awkward chair. But yeah, this whole freaking right field thing is awesome. Batter's eye in center with the bridge right behind it. That's interesting. It's a walking bridge, looks like. Take you across the street. Or into the stadium if you're starting across the street. Cool. Minor league feel, 17,000 people. Oh, I like that a lot. how it's by itself, and then it blends into this guy over here. Left field, you have 2 decks. Now, what's all this? A couple buildings. Am I missing something? Do you accidentally have 2? Sounds a little bit like a Lion King song. Right? What am I getting wrong? Something's wrong. Now I gotta listen to it. You guys have probably never even seen that movie. Come on, show of hands right now in the chat box, in the live stream. Who's seen that before? Maybe even leave a comment if you're not at the live premiere. Why I keep calling it live premiere. It's not a live premiere. Even if you're not at the premiere, in the live chat box. Let me know if you've seen My Blue Heaven before. It's a fun movie. Steve Martin plays a gangster who has to testify against fellow gangsters, so he's put in the witness protection program, and Rick Moranis' character is assigned to look out for him. So Steve Martin's character gets in all this trouble in San Diego, or a San Diego suburb, and Rick Moranis has to keep bailing him out, and Steve Martin's trying to, tell him to live it up, have more fun, so they go out and they end up dancing at this club with 2 girls, and it's a very fun scene, very fun movie. I remember watching it when I was a kid. But yeah, here's another great, fantastic build from Flip a Plan P211 as I skew from the topic of baseball stadiums once again. But look at that. At night, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous work. I can't help it. I'm a dancer. What can I say? Tell me you don't hear that and just want to start. Federal Field, it's in Capital City, USA. 1,776 feet is your altitude, or shall I say 1776. Built in 2026 by Columbus to Phoenix, Jeff. He says in the notes, I'd love to have an explanation, but I don't. Enjoy. Let's enjoy it. Here we go. Right field. Excellent. Very obituary turtle. 2 layers of bleachers. Dialed up with the wood and the oh, look at that, using the scoreboard on top to trim. Nice. MLB tickets. Is that always right on that building like that? I guess so, huh? Excellent. And then you hid the rest of it in like the tower part of the cap. Nice, Jeff. Little park over here in the corner. Museum across the street. Parking garage and other buildings also. KNNU Tower, I can only assume since it's not labeled. But very nice. Often has the big open concourses behind the batter's eye. Fun. And Hall of Fame circle. Ooh, and a nice little planner's box type situation there too. Bullpen in left with the fountains behind it. Federal Field. Excellent. Folks watching the game from behind the windows there are covered with the little roof or awning, whatever you want to call it. Team shop looks great. Dialed up with the brick. Now, they have Dodger gear in here. Do they have Tarek Skubal Dodger gear in here yet? Wait, isn't that usually... Oh, they didn't do that this year. Yeah, in other versions of the game, they had the team that won the World Series in here. It looks like it's Texas Ranger style, though, huh? These 3 colors, very Texas Rangers. The green, certainly not, huh? Green and red. Pretty standard around and behind, despite the... There's KNNU. Does have concessions underneath, flags on top of the fan stairs. Fun. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Very similar, right? I can't get them out of my head. Nice work, sir. Very fun. Gorgeous city. Big concourse behind the batter's eye again. Great work in right field. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, he got me. He got me right in the queue, folks. Had to hop on real quick to record another couple stadiums because I was struck right in the middle of my queue with a Tuffelhund grenade of 9 stadiums. So, as a Flashy Canoe member, I had to hop on and record a couple of those stadiums for him as soon as possible. The first one we're looking at is Howling Wolf Park in Bucktown Menace. This was created for an online content creator with an outdoors and wolf theme. Right field has a walking path next to the lake for canoe exploring. Left field has the beginning of the foothills with built-in scoreboard and rocks in the concourse entrance from the parking lot. Stands are standard modern. Beyond right field is the small lake town of the regional offices of Studio 44 and Stadium Center. Also, don't forget to tune your radios into KNNU radio with the tower up the hill. All right, here we go. Right field. There's all the hills. Cool. There's KNNU. Oh, look at this lake with the pond and all the canoes. Oh, we have canoes. Oh, there's the town with Stadium Center and Studio 44 sharing a building. Okay, I don't know if I'd share a building with that Sewell. Just saying. Bunch of waterfalls coming down. Awesome. Tuffelhund, or Sharky as he's known. Howling Wolf Park. Now, what do you use? Well, one scoreboard. Okay. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff for content creators, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it one content creator? You'll have to let me know in the comments. Pretty standard around and behind. The beauty of the... Oh, you're only at 59%, dude. But yeah, the beauty of this park is the nature. Look at all this. The hills and the trees and the water and the rocks. I like this little U or Y or what? It's almost like a... It's almost like a B. Almost looks like the Red Sox logo, a B or an R. Do you see what I'm talking about? It just doesn't connect on top. Either way, the nature and all that stuff's outstanding. A stamp for you, sir. I gotta remember to announce my stamps. I waste so much time in editing because I try to play. I try to make Ricky Davis League guys. I try to do stuff online or, associated with the channel while I'm editing because... I've said it before. I don't care what's on the screen. What's on the screen is an awesome stadium. When I'm editing, I just need to edit out the stupid things I say or the stupid mistakes I make. And I need to hear when the stamp is hit so I can add the picture and the sound and all that. And then if I can't hear it, then it's like, oh, I got to go back and watch where I actually do the punch. But you don't care about that. Although someday I tell myself I should do it behind the scenes of like how a video is made. Are you guys interested in that? Now that I asked that question, I'll put a poll up. See if anybody's game to hear that. But Tuffelhund, the first stadium, Howling Wolf Park in Bucktown Menace. Did I go through the thing? I don't think I did the thing. Howling Wolf Park, Bucktown Menace, BKTM, 1,750 feet, built in 2026. I did it reverse. Did it at the end of showing the stadium. I don't think that turned the lights on either, so let's make sure we do that. It's weird. I wasn't in recording mode. I just had to get in here and record it. Take care of my loyal, amazing Flashy Canoe member, Tuffelhund. That goes for all my members. I try to sneak in your... If I try to please everybody, eventually we're going to get to 50 stadiums and videos are going to be 4.5 hours long, and I already feel like I'm sacrificing views by making the videos as long as they are now. So I'm trying to please everybody at once without sacrificing views of the video, but so far I think it's working, right? I don't know about y'all, but I like having as many stadiums as possible and getting everybody's content out there faster. I know you guys want to see your stuff faster, and I love the premieres. I could sit and do a premiere with you guys all freaking day. I'm rambling. Thank you guys. Thank you, Tuffelhund. One more coming right now. The second stadium of this video that we are going to check out from Tuffelhund is Bommerfield V2. This field was created for someone that lives in the Bronx. He wanted to escape the outskirts of the city life. Has a small town feel of a minor league ballpark, and he says he wanted the classic waterfall feature along with an open concourse to have views of foothills and the lake. The KNNU radio tower is also featured here, along with more new homes for Studio 44 and Stadium Center. The regional offices are beyond center field. Okay, here we go. Right field, Bryston 02. I'm guessing that's the creator he made it for. There's that big concourse, and there's the view with the lake and the hills and the canoes. We have canoes. Wow, lots of little detail. Look at this guy way down here. And we were just talking about Tuffelhund, too, because I noticed this light up here. I think we were playing in one of his stadiums, and you could see these lights floating. And what does that say? Oh, there's Stadium Center, and on the other side, Studio 44. We're sharing a building again. We're too broke to afford our own headquarters, so we got to share. Listen, if I'm going to share with anybody, I guess I could share with Sewell. Bommerfield and Sharkey represented in the fountain. Nice. Hiding the ugly parts with the rocks. Nice big stage or deck or concourse, whatever you want to call that. Checking out the game. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot with the custom... Oh, yeah. There's your stamp. Stamp, Phil. Stop making Ricky Davis League guys and stamp. 352 down the line. Pretty deep. Nice little village with a park and churches and clock towers and all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, nicely done, Tuffelhund. So where do you find all these guys? Seems like you make a lot of stadiums for a lot of different dudes. Where are you on Reddit? I know there's the request part on Sewell's Discord server, but I'm not sure if I remember seeing you there. But that's cool. That's a nice shot. Stadium looks great lit up. Yeah, this whole area over here is fantastic too. Oh, I like using this. Flipping the scoreboard around. That's great. Tuffelhund. I can't help it. I can't help. I do the accent too. I don't even do a good German accent. Because he told me Tuffelhund is like German for bulldog or some kind of dog, right? Fighting dog or something. Wolf. I don't remember. You'll have to let me know. That is really, really cool. It fits so well. I absolutely love that. And then to use the buried parking garage as a parking lot, too. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong part. That could even work if you use it lower. The problem is it would have to be in the ground like that because you wouldn't be able to hide that much, like on a concourse piece. Or, I don't know, maybe if you got something that's like... multiple levels high or something. I don't know. I'm gonna see if there's something I can use that in because I think that's a really cool idea. Let's see if I can do it. Ready? I'm gonna do it. Tuffelhund. Is that still? I still didn't do too much German there, did I? Fantastic work. So glad to see so many stadiums from you, sir. Expect 2 more in the next video coming soon to a YouTube streaming device near you. As promised, wrapping up the video is a trio of creators here in Studio 44 and the Stadium Verse. The stadium was submitted to me by O23 Echo. Flip of Plan B probably orchestrated the trio, and Sarge 1387 all contributed to the stadium. They say it's a collab between the three of us that Flip actually started. Celebrates all that is Studio 44, Phil, and the humble canoe. Land the ball in the canoes at center field. All right, let's take a peek, fellas. Right field, excellent. With the multiple layers of bleachers. Very nice. This top deck kind of circles around. Gorgeous. There's the canoes. That's fun. Okay, 3. Stadium Center and Studio 44 represented right on the crown of the scoreboard from the Kansas City Royals. Very nice having it behind the batter's eye. That's great. This whole thing, this whole circular thing with all the canoes and fantastic. Oh, look at this. Back-to-back bullpens or pitcher's mounds. You know what I mean. That's a cool idea. Might have to separate them a little bit. They're going to hit each other in the back as they back up. Very fun. Same on the other side, too. I love that center. This is all incredible. In left field, you have the good old balcony building with brick on top. Folks are out in the balcony, intentional talk sign in the middle. Is that show still on? I used to like it when it was Kevin Millar and the other dude. I used to like the errors and the bloopers that they'd show, and they'd make the funny sound effects of the guys falling and stuff. But we got rid of cable, and we don't have MLB Network anymore, so I think we do on Hulu, but I don't know. We just don't watch TV much anymore. I've turned into one of those zombies that when you're on your phone, it's a big crutch for me. I can't lie. I get on that phone and videos start scrolling through, and they're pretty fun, so I just keep going and going and going, and then I blink, and it's freaking 3 hours from when I first sat down, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't record any stadiums today. I didn't make any Ricky Davis League guys today. Oh, are these the canoes you wanted us to hit them in? Holy crap. Oh, look at the brick cement. That's a cool look, too. Oh, maybe these canoes. Why am I not seeing all these canoes at first? What is wrong with me? It is 3 o'clock in the morning now. I was hoping to be done much earlier than this. It seems like every Saturday night I go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. At least Saturday nights when my wife's working. We had the lights on. You have your stamp. Fellas, thank you so much. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh, we didn't see the entrance. There's the buildings meeting up together again. Outstanding look. The canoes in the lemur fountain. The wolves surrounding. They're howling. That's cool. That could be a thumbnail. Never had a thumbnail like that before. Looks like the work of Flip a Plan B for sure. Did I tell you we were going to have an awesome video, or did I tell you we were going to have an awesome video? What can I say? When I got this group of creators sending me stadiums on the regular, we're bound to have great videos. So thank you guys so much for continuing to send those stadiums my way so I can share them with YouTube right here in Studio 44. Quick reminder, Mark needs a stadium. Sitka Grizzlies. I'll put their color scheme up right up here. He likes a lot of brick. He likes a lot of signs. He likes a minor league, smaller field. Of course, it only makes sense to have that in Sitka, Alaska, where you could probably fit everybody who lives in that town in a baseball stadium, in a minor league baseball stadium. Yeah, we'll collect all the stadiums once we think we're close enough or we got everybody finished. We'll bring Mark in here. He will pick the stadium live after going through them all, and then that will be his stadium for the season. And as long as we're talking Ricky Davis League, might as well remind you that you can go over to Sewell's Discord server and check out the Studio 44 section and find all the teams in the Ricky Davis League that you could build stadiums for. We've already seen stadiums for the Atlantic City Aces. We've seen stadiums for the Phoenix Outlaws. We've seen a stadium for the Chicago Hitmen, but there's plenty more. Manhattan Express, Hawaiian Islanders, Hollywood Stars, San Jose Wizards, San Juan Sharks, and the list goes on and on. So make sure you head out that way and check out those teams to see who you might want to build a stadium for. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you haven't done so already. Like I said earlier, all that stuff really helps. And you can also be helping me out by checking out Studio 44 Expansion Pack. right here. A lot of stuff coming with that soon. Ocarina of Time remake is going to be coming out soon. I love my Zelda games. We're also going to have Grand Theft Auto 6 in November. Definitely going to be streaming some of that, especially when you can go online. When you can go online, I think that'll be a whole new level of Sherman entertainment. Listen, I am by no means a video game expert. So expect to see some rough play, but I guarantee you it'll be entertaining. Hopefully we can get my brother on and my nephews, and we'll have ourselves a lot of fun with that. But you got to subscribe to Studio 44 Expansion Pack right here on YouTube. It is there. There's only one video up so far, but lots of that is coming. But now that I've got Ocarina of Time coming out and the Switch 2 games that I can bust out some of the retro games, we'll be streaming Zelda games as the Zelda couple, me and my wife. If you're a Spider-Man fan, especially Spider-Man Homecoming, Ned is the man in the chair. She's my woman in the chair when it comes to Zelda games. So there's a lot of fun banter back and forth between my wife and I too. Don't ever tell her I told you this, but she is pretty funny. She can be really funny. That's it. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to all my channel members. I don't know how to express the appreciation, so all I can say is thank you so much. And we'll see you very soon in a video in the very near future.